Welcome to round 3 of this Into Play YouTube exclusive league. We're 2-0 so far. Looking to extend the streak here. And we'll get in this hand though. Round 1 earlier today, we played a mono green post mirror match. And then round 2 is blue-white Stoneblade, which I haven't seen in a really long time, but that was a great matchup, though. I think I'm just going to take a chance with this one. If it's, yeah, this is just going to be a polarized hand regardless, but I'm fine risking that. Back to Forest. If this is like a control, like Oko matchup, this hand is great. Okay, so it's going to be all up to whether this Cloudpost can stick around. Oh, okay, that's much better. We'll play this first then. So in this spot where we're at against Death and Taxes, where we have a crop rotation at the ready, the like absolute worst spot would be if they can Violin a Thalia next turn and then Wasteland immediately. Like, that specific situation is the worst possible thing. So I could decide to just play around that. They didn't play a land, though, so unless they're sandbagging a land, I think it'll probably be risk putting a Cloudpost out there. Yeah, let's just risk it here. Just hope they don't drop Thalia plus Wasteland next turn. And if they miss another land drop, it's great news for us. Oh, it's Esper Vile. Okay. I should have figured. I feel like this deck is a lot more common than regular Death and Taxes these days. There we go. Close to just casting this soon. Although I'm kind of worried about their Vile. They could, like, slip something in at instant speed to answer this. I was wrong again. This is, like, Doomsday. Okay, well, let's say goodbye to our winning streak, most likely. One of my friends in Arizona played this in their Doomsday deck. I thought this card was cool. I remember this was like a junk career way back in the day. I'll let's at least see what's in their deck before we die right here. I don't think there's anything I can possibly do at this spot. Let me take a snip of this deck list. Divining Witch.deck. You gotta love it. Just gonna take a snip. Meddling Mage is our nemesis as well. Alright. That's a cool deck, though. Mojo just lists every card in their library. Alright. Well, if there was ever a time for Mikokoro, Center of the Sea, it's now. Just let this card save us. Yeah, I'll bring in Ballista. It's possible we could get to a spot where we can make Ballista large enough to shoot a Oracle. And essentially force them into needing to go through their entire library, which would then turn on Mikokoro. That's the theory, at least, with these two cards. It's probably like a less than 1% chance of that actually like panning out, but that's what we got to go for. Probably bring these carpets in just to accelerate ourselves a bit. And then likely these cards could potentially hit something meaningful. Just look at their list. No like enchantments or anything. I mean, there's Ether Vial, but it doesn't seem worth bringing the forces in for. And also the creature count. Tabernacle's probably also not worth it. Alright. At first glance, I don't think Bog does anything. It's possible I'm wrong about that, but just from what I know about these kinds of decks, it shouldn't matter. Chasm and Maze are really bad. Maps aren't really going to do much for us. Like, if we're going to use this Mikokoro to win, we're going to want to crop rot for it. And Shepherd's, if that plan is to work, is going to be a big part of that too. Let's take Rec Sage out. Take Excavator out. Is there something I'm missing? Maybe Rec Sage could hit some weird, just random crap. You never know. Needle will keep in for Divining Witch. Let's look at a prime time. Kozilek's a fine cut. Now let's take the Rec Sage out. I feel like Tabernacle maybe could tie up their mana and prevent them from like trying to win the game. That's a big maybe though. Yeah, I think I'll try this. Hope these can hit something important. I want to find a forest, so we can search up our Shepherd. This can name the Divining Witch. We can also find like Reclaimer and just go for a depths kill. But mostly we have to find a forest off this. I guess I didn't even need to play it right then, but because I'm likely playing this Cloudpost first thing. Alright, there's our forest. This will allow me to Green Sun for something next turn. And since I don't have the crop rotation in hand, I'm probably more inclined to search up Reclaimer just to work towards making this Dark Depths happen. Let's go for that. I wonder if they had days. I should have checked this beforehand. And they did not. Or on second thought, should we get Shepherd if this happens? That would open up our Mikokoro plan if we get a draw a crop rot next turn. They also have Meddling Mage, though. Okay, well, we don't even have to think about it. Likely playing this Needle next turn, naming... I mean, Ether Vial will get their creatures in, but I feel like Divining Witch is the more important card. So I think I'd rather name Divining Witch with this Needle. And it's too bad we didn't have a forest from the start, because there was definitely a Thespian stage in that once upon a time. We just had the combo if we knew we were going to draw another forest. But we made the right play at that time, just choosing the forest for sure. Can't beat yourself up for things like that. Okay, is there Spell Pierce that we saw? No. There's Teferi, which is definitely a good removal. Okay, I see where this deck is coming from. I'm just like waiting for a key moment to slip everything in. Let's lead on this Needle. I'm likely playing the Dark Depths as my land in case we draw a stage next turn. I mean, you know they have Baleful Strix as well, so Steps isn't even like the greatest. I still want to name Divining Witch. Like, that's just allowing them to win. Put our land. There we go. So I never played against this deck before, but maybe Force of Vigors are actually worth having. Between getting rid of the vials, then also maybe like clearing like a Baleful Strix that would jump block. I also wonder when this Surgical, if there's going to be a best time or a best card to hit with it. How many Force of Negations do they have? I mean, I guess Force of Negations not going to be as big of a deal if we're making moves on their turn. Alright, so let's play that, I guess. Start thawing away at our Dark Depths. One ice counter at a time. So yeah, if they put Divining Witch in here, they Teferi next turn, they could just kill us, I think. I guess they're 1 mana short. I know Cartesian is a good player, and plus this matchup is just definitely difficult. The Divining Witch beats. Yep. Alright. This will be the last time we can play Instants, so yeah. Probably just tipping up, yeah. And this is also giving them another Devotion to Blue, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we're probably just dead next turn. Because they're going to put their Oracle on the stack. I don't know how I can possibly interrupt this at all. This really doesn't matter. Alright, we're just probably going to die this next turn. We can't do any play instants because of Mr. Time Traveler here. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Aether Vial would have been the better name with Needle. I mean, considering Teferi, it just doesn't really matter anyway. Yeah, I can't even Surgical anything. Yeah, it's such a great combo card. Let's see what they name. Just interested in. Don't understand, really. There's 35 cards in their library still? They're just using this to cycle? Oh, okay, just activating multiple ones. And what did they name the first time? Thespian Oracle. Alright, let's cool this deck. Alright, despite the loss, at least we lost a pretty neat combo build. And it sucks losing the potential trophy, but that's Magic sometimes. Alright, stick around for round 4.